Lionel in the nuts while he was doing the boxing drill. And Lionel was walking across, and that nigga punched that nigga. That nigga like ducked down and swung and hit that nigga in the nuts. That nigga was hurt, boy.
Pat McAfee be talking about the Oculus boxing all the time.
And then they was running into the wall and all types of shit, bro.
They got horror games on that shit. That shit there make somebody fucking have a heart attack, bro. Hey, P, come on, bro, send the invite, bro.
I gotta download it back real quick.
You gotta download it right now. Why you talking about Street Fighter? You ain't even got it, bro.
I do have it. It's in my fucking library, bro. I ain't played this shit.
That's extended into autumn as we are ready.
I ain't played this since I was on the phone.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago.
I thought y'all was about to play Street Fighter.
What's this Street Fighter 5?
Get set to match up between the Minnesota Vikings and the Chicago Bears.
I like the Capcom vs. Marvel game.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I just didn't like that shit because it was just too many combos. I had to learn those. Niggas just get Spider-Man and be acting stupid. Bro. Knowing Spider-Man to get beat the fuck up and step in there with my boy Ken.
Shit.
Fuck Spider-Man shit up.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to Mooney. And up to the 30.
Take it easy, Louisiana.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
It's like 60 more seconds. Each the fuck up in this game. Matter of fact, let me share play this. Share play. I can put my broadcast up on share play?
I don't know. You ain't got to. We could watch, bro. I'm pretty sure we can still watch. We just have to be on the screen share. Damn, who got hurt?
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. The first carry for the shifty Tariq Cohen. And they go backwards here. Losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, second and 12. Behind the chain, second and 12.
I used to be in the corner store going for bread and water. Y'all niggas look like babies.
You be doing this for bread and water. What that mean?
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled.
Whipping everybody ass. You candy and food all day.
That's going to count as that because now it doesn't go on the books.
Y'all little niggas, little niggas.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? Get fed milk and shit.
I'm saying like.
Milk dripping out your fucking, out your
what that mean?
Yeah, Tommy.
I'm a sample.
You've been playing Street Fighter all your life. I'm just saying, bro. Don't get beat up, dog.
Just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
You didn't even have the game downloaded, G.
I ain't played in a minute. Don't worry. There's muscle memory though. You heard?
Muscle get your ass whooped.
Yo, what's up?
Out of the gun now on third down.
I don't know what's. Yo, listen. I'm not your mom keeper, dog. She your keeper.
So
you know where the hell you at.
Off the field here on third down.
It's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective.
No, you
on
can't play my
passing.
game.
It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away.
It's Street Fighter. I'm about to kick Deion out.
A 44-yard punt, 5 on the
Deion's
return.
ass.
And the Vikings will be back up to begin their drive as they take over first and 10.
Yeah, I'm about to be this. Oh, this share for this shit real quick. His mom.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. Yep. It's first and 10.
Yeah, but he like carrying on. So I don't want to do all that. I don't want to do that.
Dog.
What?
Yeah, I'm wild. We didn't have two. Both had somebody hurt. It's fucking 5:16 left in the first quarter.
Now the first carry for Dalvin Cook. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the
Who you
better
got,
backs
Ghost?
in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
Sure.
Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bears sack. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner.
It's like it's nice.
Against me.
Thanks, when he slipped on his step, he be licking his chops.
But when you hold it and give up a sack, it really almost discredits.
He's taking over the Ralph Meltzer.
So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Cook on the toss left. And that closed up quickly there as he gets it up only to about the 17. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down.
With UFC, I can get that UFC 2, P. The whole just $15, and I got money on my PlayStation account already.
I want you to wish your money on something you wish you asked for. I'm trying to share this shit right now.
Yeah, we'll be on that UFC, bro. You stupid. Get the two $15.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10 back at
I
the
agree.
9. Akeem Hicks at 6'5", 332.
And I'll just fight you and P every few days. That's good enough for me, sure.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. And it'll be
I wish they one was in the PS Plus connection.
So from the 36 now.
One of them was free one point, and I didn't even think to get it. Let me go see, bro. I should have a UFC in my fucking library. The one of them was free at one point.
He's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Wow,
First down,
not
they
break
run
time.
again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from
It's
the
not
10 down to the 6.
It's not letting me share play, Dion.
Things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
I think I had break point on this though, cause it's locked. All this shit locked. I got a UFC in here, but that whole locked. So I don't know
On play action, they'll throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, we always talk about you've got to be quick when you go through your
What Assassin's Creed is this? Oh, Unity.
Trying to look
You know, I got every Assassin's Creed.
But just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
My fucking MLB is already downloaded and ready to go. I ain't got to wait for shit.
Is it?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Yeah, let's go. Mike Hughes? That's why you just got paid, son.
You talking to me this week?
Yeah. Normally don't let you download it until like a week before, or a couple days before.
Oh, okay, you're right,
When
maybe
he
you're right.
flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it. And his
But that's what I'm referring to. I know it's going to be downloaded when I load up the play.
Remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training. So he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So, P, what you telling me I would have to have Street Fighter?
As they will get to him behind the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that shit $20. It was $5 or something. $8 or something.
How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to control the airspace. They can
Yeah.
the run game as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
You gonna get 4, so it's no point. There's no point even fucking with 2. You gonna go ahead and get the brand new one.
And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. 12 yards there, the first down.
Might as well get the new shit.
Getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. Well, fair to say that when you're looking at guys that can run like the wind, you often find them at the wide receiver position, and that was special there.
And that's the kind of play where you
Bucks, me and Bucks got a big game this week.
So just give me a second here
I could pretty much.
He was an absolute blower out there. No substitute for
I beat
speed.
him like 2 in the division.
Fuck!
Come
Come
on,
on, Jefferson.
His top speed
He'll be 4
as
games
computed
behind
by
me.
next-gen stats, not bad. He was pushing 20 miles an hour.
Ooh, that was a big game waiting to happen right there.
Look at that.
Darnold from the gun.
What the fuck, man?
God damn.
No score.
That man was up 35-0 at halftime. What the fuck?
I thought 42.
That man was up 35-0 at the end of the
Line to
first.
gain is the 33 on third down.
What the fuck did you play? He shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he was up there 1-0. Yeah, I think the first quarter. Yeah, it was 40. It was 45 nothing at halftime.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up.
Damn. Good tackle, whoever that is. 2-1. It's a good tackle, brother.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They run the counter. With
Come on, Driscoll. What the fuck?
lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Darnold completes it. And inside the
Texas,
20
you done.
before
What was
he's
Texas
brought
man
down.
bumping his
11
gums?
yards there, 1st down.
Good.
You don't always expect
Nah, he beat Flynn,
in
but
terms of run after
saying
Nah,
he
he
cooked
talking about the
him.
other one.
play. He joins a growing band of
No, the
players.
Browns.
It's
No, the
putting
Browns
that
is
stereotype
some shit.
Darnold for the red zone now.
I ain't no flip was that bad.
And it's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. An 18-yard touchdown grab. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. That's
The Browns, all he do is run the fucking stress play, dog. Like,
But hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. They're able to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
look what the team out there trying to jack that ball out in the air. Got that been pick 6 like 3 times. God damn. You don't just beat a man like
Prepping for
that.
their next drive, the Bears offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach driving?
I don't even know what the point of that fucking ability is. It don't work. Not for me.
What?
No outsiders. That shouldn't never fucking work for me.
Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Montgomery on the counter.
I like no outsiders. They when you going to the outside, they like to fuck up and throw that nigga out the way.
Yeah, but they don't make no tackle. They don't make no
I
fucking
could
tackle.
go to him. I could go to him. I chase a nigga out of bounds.
That's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to
David
use it,
Montgomery
but I'm
kinda
going to
quick.
right here because it absolutely applies.
Pats resigned
The hit of
Kyle
steam he had
Illinois.
behind him, and he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there.
Well, we
Brings
seen
up
what Josh
2nd
Allen
down.
did to you. Don't try to come back, Nick.
Now they'll They'll switch it up here and look to throw.
Yeah, Barr.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Anthony Barr comes rumbling in for the sack.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken,
Sykes missed this open man.
Yeah, that tight end was wide open.
Really porous, aren't they? They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, Matilda.
This is intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think
I
about
just feel fucking hit. I have my running back wide open. I'm slipping.
Dropped by Kyle Fuller, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago, and 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking, and the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
They're watching the film, and it's working. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good.
Yeah, rookie.
A nice run back there off the good punt. It's a 16-yard return. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that.
Y'all seen the Jets got Corey Davis?
Back to throw, Darnold.
It's probably going to be nice, him and Mims.
God bless, man. I had a touchdown.
Nichols coming right up the gut, gets in there for a loss of 9.
They didn't expect him, man, A.J. Brown to be the better one after 2. Yeah. He's a freak athlete, though. For shit show.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get the 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
21-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Inside a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out of the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Oh, that's about to be a tip, too.
Defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
It seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On second down, it's Montgomery. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
Yeah, Connie.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. The Vikings have to like their position. They've got the lead. They get this football as well as we are back and underway for the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
At their own 18-yard line.
What?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe making a 2-score game as they got it first. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Bilal Nichols picks up his second sack of the afternoon. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. Man, I just love being in this stadium. So much history, tradition, so many great teams and games, and we're seeing a pretty good one right now. Hotly contested in the third quarter. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped.
Get the fuck out of here!
They watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing here on third down, Darnold. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Give them 32 on the play.
It doesn't look like this defense found the magic elixir at halftime. This offense was rolling in the first half, and that's continued here in the third quarter. Another big play right there.
Yo, get the fuck out of here, dog. That's a fucking touchdown.
John Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as as his guys will get the football back. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. He's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now a toss to the left with Cohen. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 29-yard line.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. Flushed out right. And now he's going to use his legs.
What the
Nice
fuck,
job there on
man?
the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially his second interception. Really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think
Yeah, but I was busy. I couldn't leave. I was showered in the farm. A little bit
Quick
different.
throw complete into the flat out left. 7 yards, the pickup there.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 48-yard line.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
that's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Continuing to fight for more. And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They run, Montgomery. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's 2nd and 8. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 12-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. On first down, it's Montgomery. And he'll take this one inside the 10 down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's a 2nd and 7. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And it'll be 3rd and 10. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I like this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point.
Playing as a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and maybe a guard can slide up to the second level and block the linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the air.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
23-yard line.
I love that game.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they want.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here.
That game been out for like 3 years, bro.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And he'll work his way forward up to the 22. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation. A nice play design there with a touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
He's gonna rifle.
No, I pressed the wrong fucking button. Square was wide open.
It's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it, and he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. A critical error there in a tight game in the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Eric Kendricks in on the tackle.
Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there, and he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery.
Come on,
That'll be
dog.
a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. And when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Komet. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. 1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
Well, they certainly did a nice job there, picking him up out of the backfield and then running stride for stride with it.
They released, they pulled it from the PlayStation Store.
So line of scrimmage still at 39 on 2nd and 10. Now this throw caught left side. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 15-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. Line of scrimmage at 15. It's first and 10.
They drop more content tomorrow. The PS5 version releases tomorrow.
Montgomery back to the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
At the 16-yard line.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Let's go, Clowney.
And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. They could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And the next-gen stat's going to show just how much time he had to make a decision, and it's not much. 3 seconds.
Yeah, that's the one I had.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back.
Yeah.
Let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this is up and good from Pinheiro. And
I got it. It's not, no.
7-6.
It's good, though.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And this game not quite over yet. We'll likely see him take all 3 timeouts.
Yo, get the fuck out of here. Make a block.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
At the 23-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Cook.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here to have any hopes of winning this game.
Pastor, you said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. The Bears bring out an extra defender in the secondary now for 3rd down. Darnold now to throw.
Oh, shit, I did not see that corner. And he dropped it. God bless.
Right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started.
I'm fucking
and that would have been a
ass,
first
man.
down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty. And before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Back to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line. He's
back to throw. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit, even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Daniil Hunter in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in fourth and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This offense converted once on fourth down earlier. Now they're out there again.
Well, that's not good.
Running for it, Montgomery.
Yo, no, you're fucking kidding me.
Down to the 35. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down.
That man is fucking 99, son.
Timeout. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game.
Missed it. He missed it. Yeah. But he's got enforcer.
By the slimmest of margins, he missed it wide
Good
to the
game.
left.
Sorry.
Well,
I hate
a
this
tight game
fucking
like this, it
game,
all
man.
came down to the wire, but in the
Good
end,
game.
the field goal to win, it goes begging.
Oh, man, that is a tough way to lose a football game. You put yourself in position, and you give yourself a chance. But it's just not meant to be.
I don't think I got my fucking break there either.
Saying the old cliche, if you want points at a premium, that certainly applied here, didn't it?
And that almost felt like opened up a time capsule, didn't it? Old school football, low scoring, close.